In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to export an Adobe Illustrator file to Adobe Photoshop while keeping all of your layers intact. This is incredibly useful if you design graphics in Illustrator but need to continue editing, adding effects, or doing photo work inside Photoshop. Instead of flattening everything into one image, this method lets you move your artwork into Photoshop with separated layers so you can keep working efficiently. I'll walk you through the entire process step by step so it's simple even if you're new to Illustrator. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more quick and practical software tutorials. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you need to do is organize your layers inside Illustrator. Open your Illustrator project and then go to the top menu and click Window. Then choose Layers to open the Layers panel. In this panel, you'll see all the objects and groups that exist in your document. This step is extremely important because the way your layers are organized in Illustrator will determine how they appear when you export them into Photoshop. Ideally, every object or group that you want to appear as a separate layer in Photoshop should be placed on its own Illustrator layer. If multiple elements are nested inside the same layer, they may end up merged together later. To fix this, simply drag objects into new layers or create additional layers using the New Layer icon at the bottom of the panel. It's also a good idea to rename your layers so they're easy to recognize once you open the file in Photoshop. For example, you might name layers Background, Text, Icons, Shapes, or Logo depending on your design. In most cases, the top-level layers you see in Illustrator will become the layers you see later in Photoshop. Once your layers are organized the way you want them, you're ready for the export step. Next, go to the top menu and click File. Then choose Export, and then click Export As. This will open the export window where you can choose the location and format for the file you're about to create. Pick the folder where you want to save the file so you can easily find it later. After that, look for the Format drop-down menu. In this list, scroll until you find Photoshop PSD. Select Photoshop as the export format because this is the file type that Photoshop can open with full editing capability. Once Photoshop PSD is selected, click the Export button. Illustrator will now open another window where you can configure the export settings. This is where you make sure your layers stay separated when the file is opened in Photoshop. In the Export Settings window, you'll first see the Color Model option. For most digital projects, you'll want to choose RGB color because it's the standard for screens, websites, and online graphics. If you're preparing graphics for printing, you may choose CMYK depending on your workflow. Next, you'll see the resolution setting. If your design is meant for print, set the resolution to 300 pixels per inch for high-quality output. If the design is intended for screens, social media, or digital graphics, you can usually choose 150 pixels per inch or even 72 pixels per inch depending on your needs. Now look for the most important option in this window, which is Write Layers. Make sure this box is checked. This setting tells Illustrator to preserve your layer structure when the PSD file is created. Without this option enabled, Illustrator may flatten your artwork into a single image layer, which defeats the purpose of exporting to Photoshop with editable layers. Once everything looks correct, you're ready to finish the export. Simply click OK. Illustrator will now generate a Photoshop PSD file using the settings you selected. The process usually takes just a few seconds, depending on the complexity of your artwork. After the export is complete, navigate to the folder where you saved the file and open the PSD file in Adobe Photoshop. When Photoshop loads the file, you should see your artwork appear, along with the individual layers in the Layers panel. Each top-level Illustrator layer should now appear as its own editable layer inside Photoshop, allowing you to apply effects, adjustments, blending modes, and other Photoshop tools without losing your structure. And that's it. You've successfully exported an Illustrator file to Photoshop while keeping your layers separated and fully editable. If this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more simple and practical design tutorials just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.